Daniel Holtzclaw was a successful man in his life. With his good friends and great family by his side, he was the happiest man on earth. He was a former police officer in Oklahoma City and was leading a respectable life. But he was not the man anyone thought to be. Finally, everything came down and people went to see his real face. What was he hiding? How did his secret get revealed? Daniel was an ideal police officer, one who does his duty with so much perseverance and discipline. Well, at least that's what everyone thought. But to their dismay, nothing was true. He hid a monstrous face under his mask. Daniel used to go for night patrolling almost every day. He chose low-income neighborhoods and targeted women who committed petty crimes. But he never charged any cases. He threatened them that he would arrest them if they refused to do him favors. What kind of favors? Was he involved in any criminal activities? Daniel used to ask them for sexual favors. If they didn't act upon his demand, then he would force him on them. They had to perform sexual acts to satisfy Daniel and escape from false charges. They broke down mentally and physically. It was unbelievable for them that a respected police officer would hurt them. He didn't stop at one woman. He continued to hurt several women, from a 17-year-old underage girl to a 57-year-old lady. He didn't have a particular type, but he knew whom to target. He selected women who belonged to low-income families. They will not raise their voice against the injustice that happened to them. They know that Daniel could easily turn the story and put them behind bars. The sexual exploitation continued. He raped several women and asked them to do humiliating acts before him. He found some kind of a sore joy in watching the woman crying in pain. He continued this for years as not even a single woman spoke against him. The victims were all black, as if he had something against the race. Those who had passed criminal records or warrants were exploited even more than the woman without any criminal records. He knows that these types of women would do anything to not have another criminal record to their name. All these things were taken to his advantage. He misused his position as a police officer to rape and sexually abuse women. He does all these cruel deeds and then acts like nothing happened. He goes back to his station and works normally. No one knew that he would be such a monster. Between December 2013 to June 2014, a lot of women came forward to speak against him. They were all sexually abused by him. As they were his victims, the case would stand before a jury. He will be punished. But what shocked everyone was that he didn't go for upper class or wealthy women. He knew that if he targeted a wealthy and influential woman, that she would speak against his actions. He would go behind bars in no time. He carefully chose all the women he exploited. He also didn't choose women who were soccer moms or women of high post. He had a type, and the type was women who would never speak up. He thought he could continue what he was doing for a long time. No one will know, but the truth finally came out. 5 months after dozens of women spoke against him, he was fired from the Oklahoma City Police Department. He no longer was fit to serve as a police officer. They didn't want the department to have a bad name because of Daniel. The case reached before the court, and he was given 263 years jail time. The woman who spoke against him felt peaceful because a police officer like Daniel was unfit to serve the people. He didn't do justice to his position. Instead, he proved the true meaning of a bad cop. The sentencing of consecutive years in jail for 263 years was a landmark decision. Attorney Benjamin L. Crump said that this statement was a statement of victory. This speaks about the 400 years of cruel racism. Daniel was a man whose true colors were exposed by dozens of brave women. His horrific acts destroyed the future of many women. We are unaware how many women had to go through such painful humiliation and sexual abuse. They all would get peace after coming to know about this sentence. People like Daniel shouldn't be given anything less than this.